What if I told you that one tiny stitch changed the course of human history? Come with me, let's discover how it all began.
Welcome to RIA.
Think about the clothes you're wearing right now. Your shirts, your jeans, your shoes, and even your favorite outfits. Now imagine a world where none of them existed. No fashion, no tailoring, no designer brands. Not because people didn't want clothes, but because no one knew how to sew. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Yet, there was a time when every human on earth lived exactly like that. One invention changed everything. Not electricity or the internet, but just a needle. Today, as I sew this outfit, let's travel back over 30,000 years to discover how one tiny stitch quietly changed human history forever.
Believe it or not, there was once a time when clothes couldn't even stay on the human body.
The story begins long before cities became kingdoms. Imagine waking up 30,000 years ago. There are no houses, no roads, no supermarkets, just forests, mountains, rivers, and animals that could kill you. People hunted for food. They gathered fruits. They survived one day at a time. But there was one enemy they couldn't fight: the cold. At first, people simply wrapped animal skins around their bodies. It worked until they tried to move. The skins slipped off. Strong winds blew them open. Rain soaked them. Children froze. Hunters struggled to travel. Entire communities suffered because their clothing simply couldn't stay together. Humanity had discovered clothing, but not yet the art of making it. Then someone noticed something remarkable. If two pieces of animal skins could somehow be joined together, they would stay in place. That simple observation would become one of humanity's greatest breakthrough.
The first tailor in history never owned a sewing machine or even a metal needle.
We don't know the name of the first person who ever sewed. History never recorded it. But imagine that moment. Someone picked up the sharp bone of an animal, carefully carves a tiny hole into one end, pulls animal sinew through it, and makes the very first stitch. Not because they wanted to look fashionable, but because they wanted their family to survive another winter. Archaeologists have discovered bones dating back roughly 30,000 years in parts of Siberia and northern China. These weren't decorations, they were survival tools. Every hole was pierced by hand. Every stitch took patience. Every completed garment represented days of work. Looking at this sewing machine today, it's incredible to think that every modern stitch can trace its history back to a simple piece of bone.
This wasn't just about making clothes. It was about helping humanity survive.
Here is the part that surprised me the most. While researching this documentary, sewing didn't just create clothes. It changed where humans could live. Without properly stitched clothing, surviving freezing climates was almost impossible. Once people learned to sew fitted garments, they could travel further. They crossed mountains. They settled colder regions They explored places their ancestors never could. One tiny invention quietly helped humans spread across the planet. Sometimes, history isn't changed by kings or wars or famous inventions. This time, it is changed by someone holding a needle.
For thousands of years, every stitch was made by hand, until one invention changed everything.
As civilizations grew, something interesting happened. People stopped making clothes just to survive. Now they wanted to express themselves. In ancient Egypt, skilled artisans produced elegant linen garments for both ordinary people and royalty. In China, silk became one of the world's most valuable fabrics. The Romans developed elaborate styles that reflected wealth and status. Across Africa, weaving and sewing traditions flourished. Clothes became more than protection, it became identity. Among the Yoruba people, Aso-oke became a symbol of celebration and prestige. In Ghana, kente clothes told stories through colors and patterns. Across the continent, embroidery, beadwork, and handcrafted garments reflected heritage, family, and community. A person's clothing could reveal where they came from, what they believed, and even their place in society. Every stitch carried meaning.
Today, sewing is entering a completely new era, and the future has already begun.
The Industrial Revolution arrived. In 1790, English inventor Thomas Saint registered one of the earliest sewing machine designs. A few decades later, Elias Howe introduced the lock-stitch machine. Then, Isaac Singer transformed sewing forever by making machines more practical and widely available. What once took days could suddenly be completed in hours. Factories expanded, ready-made clothing became possible. Fashion became more affordable, but progress came with fear. Many tailors believed machines would replace them. Some protested, others resisted the new technology. History has seen this pattern before. Whenever a new invention changes how people work, it brings both opportunity and uncertainty. By the 20th century, sewing machines had become common in many homes. Families stitched school uniforms, curtains, dresses, and everyday clothing themselves. During both world wars, millions of women used sewing skills to produce uniforms, tents, medical supplies, and even parachutes. After the wars, commercial sewing patterns helped people recreate fashionable clothing from home. Soon, global fashion houses emerged, and clothing became more accessible than ever before. Today, sewing continues to evolve. Computerized machines can make intricate designs with remarkable precision. Some factories use robotic systems to automate parts of garment production, though handling soft fabric remains one of the hardest tasks for industrial robots. Designers can prototype garments digitally before cutting fabric. And around the world, including here in Nigeria, content creators are teaching millions of people how to sew from their homes. Technology has changed, but the heart of sewing remains the same. Taking separate pieces, and turning them into something meaningful. From a sharpened bone in the prehistoric times to the computerized sewing machine of today, every stitch tells part of human story. What began as a fight against the cold became an art, a profession, a global industry, and a form of self-expression. So the next time you put on your favorite outfit, remember this. You are not just wearing fabric, you are wearing 30,000 years of human creativity, resilience, and craftsmanship.
Every stitch tells a story, and today, you've become part of that story.
If you enjoyed this journey through history, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to RIA, where every story helps us to see the world a little differently. Until next time, keep creating, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next documentary.